That line lands before the case even unfolds. And in The Rookie, partnership changes are never just logistical. They're emotional fault lines. Training officers rotate. Dynamics reset. Comfort zones vanish. And when familiarity disappears, so does predictability. You're watching CineVerse Hub, and today we're breaking down why fun and games might be one of the most deceptively important episodes of the season. At first glance, the promo leans playful. Banter feels looser. Characters reconnect with an energy that's been missing during heavier arcs. The improv comedy backdrop reinforces that tone. Unscripted scenarios, quick reactions, controlled chaos. But this show doesn't stay light for long. The tonal pivot hits fast. Armed men crash a filming session, instantly transforming staged absurdity into real danger. An environment built on pretending becomes the worst place to identify an actual threat. And that's the genius of the setup. In an improv space, everyone is performing. Actors shout exaggerated lines. Fake weapons exist. Dramatic reactions are expected. So when real violence enters the frame, hesitation becomes lethal. Officers have to separate act from attack in seconds, while civilians may not even realize the stakes have changed. Performance versus reality becomes the episode's core tension. Training reassignments amplify that pressure. New pairings mean new communication rhythms, different instincts, different leadership styles. In episodes like this, the writers often use humor to expose subtle flaws before testing them under fire. Confidence gaps surface. Authority is challenged. Trust is recalibrated. Expect character growth through discomfort. John Nolan may take on more of an observational leadership role here. Not necessarily leading the charge, but assessing how newer officers respond when the script falls apart. Nolan's evolution has always centered on mentorship, and this episode feels designed to examine how well that mentorship holds under chaotic conditions. Meanwhile, the teased reunions in the promo hint at emotional continuity. Being back together rarely means smooth sailing. Old dynamics resurface. Unresolved tensions reappear. Familiarity can either strengthen a team or highlight why they were separated in the first place. Then there's the subtle thread about bullying and comedy mentioned in the teaser. That's not random. The Rookie often mirrors internal struggles through its cases. Humor as defense. Performance as protection. If a character learned to survive through wit, what happens when wit isn't enough? Fun and games, as the title feels intentional. It suggests contrast. Situations that appear harmless revealing serious consequences. Moments that begin as playful forcing life-altering decisions. Prediction-wise, expect a contained but intense resolution. Tactical maneuvering inside a crowded, unpredictable environment. Negotiation attempts complicated by noise and confusion. And at least one officer stepping into a leadership role they didn't anticipate. Because growth in this series rarely arrives in finales alone. It starts in episodes like this, when laughter turns into responsibility, and improvisation turns into instinct. The Rookie 8x09 isn't a detour. It's a stress test. A reminder that beneath the jokes and